Hello everyone, welcome to Professional IAS. Today we are seeing some other violations of Gentleman's Agreement. As you are all well aware of this fact, we are continuing the Telangana Movement series only in English. Make sure that you are a part of it and share to your friends. So lesson number 6. Okay, we have discussed nearly about 5 violations. Lesson number 7, we have discussed around 3 violations. Today lesson number 8 is there and we will be discussing 3 to 4 violations in our lecture. Okay, right. And those students who want to be a part of Group 1 Prelims and Mains mentorship along with Group 2 mentorship, they can just message to the number given below and be a part of it. Okay, right. So, according to our serial number, we are having this is the ninth violation. So, this is how you have tried in your mains examination the subheadings ill conceived increase in land revenue tax. This is what the added value I will give you with regard to your mains examination. So make sure that you join it and take the best model question and answers. Okay, that will be definitely scoring high in your examination. Ill conceived increase in land revenue tax. So what happened? The government of AP at that time was having some shortage of funds. As you know very well that when the shortage of funds happened with the government, they try to raise, okay, the first way to raise the funds is nothing but to increase the taxes. So that is what the AP government also thought. They were having shortage of funds and they want to increase the taxes. So in the increase the taxes, they thought that let us increase land revenue tax. Land revenue tax they wanted to increase. This is the policy decision. But when they are doing it, they have not they did not do any impact study. Impact study means what will happen to Telangana, whether this land revenue have increased, whether Telangana will be benefited or deprived, or AP will be benefited or deprived. This kind of consequential analysis not done by this policy decision. So ultimately, what happened? The colors of the AP government by the leadership was shown, and with this increase in land revenue tax, AP got benefited and Telangana got discriminated. This is what has happened. Now, if you see with regard to evidential figures, okay, they have in the Telugu academic book, they have given for all the districts which is not important for the examination, but total is important. 1962, the amendment took place. Okay, this is what before amendment. Remember this point. This is what after amendment. After amendment. Now just see here. Okay, AP in total, AP in total has paid around 13 crores. Okay, 26 lakhs. 13 crore 26 lakhs before amendment. This is the land revenue tax the AP has paid. AP people has paid. Whereas after amendment they paid only 12 crores 1 lakh. 12 crores 1 lakh. So before amendment they were paying higher and after amendment they paid less. Now if you see the Telangana, okay, before amendment actually we were paying 5 crores 1 lakh rupees. Okay, but after amendment we were actually paying 5 crores 19 lakhs. Okay, so our land revenue tax paid by the Telangana people increased, whereas land revenue tax paid by the AP people has decreased. All this happened because the government policy of increasing the land tax revenue without studying the impact of it on the any of the region. That's why we call it as ill-conceived, okay, increase in land revenue tax. Please write down this. Okay, whatever I have told you in English, it is important that you should take down this. Okay, let us now go ahead with the 10th important, okay, 10th violation. This is important because it is related to what? Employment. 10th violation is related to what? Employment. Under this, the first one we will talk about, a law has been made that is called as residential. Okay, residential. This is how you have tried in your mains examination. Eligibility, Residential Eligibility Act. It was anyhow what enacted by the central government. Why? Some points we have to write here. Okay, article, you have to mention like that. Article 16(3) of the Constitution provides the government of allows the central government to make residential as a criteria. Residential as a criteria for jobs. For jobs. Okay, and under Article 80A, okay, the power to give effect to this particular article lies only with what? Parliament. The power to give effect to this article to make a law that proposes eligibility, residential eligibility for the jobs The power to make such laws are given only to the parliament. Okay, means constitutionally residential eligibility criteria for the jobs is anyhow there with us, so that is not a problem. So in the same way, 1957, by by taking this article, and parliament, what they have done in the year 1957, they have parliament has passed, okay, this particular residential eligibility act, and president what assented president assented on 7th December 1957. Okay, so that is all done. Okay, so residential criteria as a important aspect about getting a job has been constitutionally upheld, and statutory legislations are also made. President has amended it on December 1957. According to this act, there was a section called as, in a section 3 is there. Section 3, under it, subsection we are having subsection A and C. Subsection A and C, on the basis of residence, okay, as a eligibility, residence as a eligibility criteria for the jobs has been given not only to the Telangana region, but also to the Tripura, but also to the Manipur, and also Himachal Pradesh. So it is mentioned, the act mentioned that, okay, residence as a criteria for getting the government jobs, okay, for getting the government jobs is now statutory in nature. This is all said and done. Yes. Okay, even if you see the present, you can also know that Ladakh is a Ladakh, they are also demanding what this particular criteria, okay, state food they are demanding, their insertion in sixth schedule they are demanding, residence as a criteria of jobs they are demanding. So at this point of time, it is also relevant to us, okay, that residence as a criteria for the development of the people can get more elaborate, extensive in future by seeing the Ladakh. Later on, Tripura will say, later on, Manipur will say, later on, Tamil Nadu will say, etc. All will come into existence. Okay. This act also talks about, see, the act has been made, the act in the section 3 has given that eligibility criteria is for the jobs, residence is important. This is done. Now, if you see this, in this particular act, one more important point has been inserted. Okay. 15-year permanent residential proof has to be given to be, so that you will call as what, localization. This is what under the act, the second feature. So you can mention here. Okay, so after writing all of this, you can write A. Within the 10th violation employment, you can write all this in a paragraph, and A, section 3, like that you have to discuss about section 3. Then you have to discuss that B, localization criteria is given. Okay, now you can see, okay, exemption is also given here. Exemption, C is exemption. Okay, here exemption is when the recruitment happens with regard to head of the department. Okay, with regard to jobs in the secretariat, then 2/3 rule should follow. Rule should be followed. Okay, so out of 3 posts, 2 should be given to Telangana. Out of 3 posts of HODs, 2 should be given to Telangana. So this is what what was there in the 3 important features of this act. So as I've told you that Residential Eligibility Act, this is our subheading. Under it, you have seen that Article 16 says that yes, government can take the criteria of residence for getting the jobs, and that can be done only by the parliament, which is there in the Article 80A. So in the lines of this article, we got in 1957, Parliament passed Residential Eligibility Criteria Act, President assented. Section 3 gives us that particular powers. For localization, minimum 15 years is there. Some exemptions are there with regard to if there is a requirement with regard to the HOD Secretariat 2/3 rule should be followed. This all is well set and done. Now let us see some more things. Okay, C is over. Now D. Okay, with regard to direct recruitment, with regard to direct recruitment, with regard to transfers, with regard to promotion, with regard to transfers, with regard to promotions. Okay, only only mulkis are eligible for appointment. Very, very important point, my dear students. If a direct recruitment like Group 1, Group 2 notification is given, the jobs of the Telangana should be given only to the Telangana. The transfers of Telangana should be given within the Telangana. And Telangana people, if there is a vacancy is there with regard to promotion, Telangana Mulki people should be what? Given the promotion within the Telangana region. This has also been inserted. This has also been inserted. Okay. D. Okay. Now let us see E. Let us talk about now E. Again, a exemption rule is there. Please you can write this in the B also, but one exemption elaborate rule is there. Okay. The residential eligibility criteria. Residential eligibility criteria could be not followed. Okay. Could be not followed only on special occasions, like that it is mentioned in the act. You know that special occasions, again a very vague word that could be easily misused. Okay, whenever AP government, whenever the bias on the leadership at that time appoints or recruit or transfer anybody from Andhra to Telangana, okay, saying that because of some special occasions, because some we want to control Maoist, we want to control Naxali, that's why we have given our best and best soldiers, we have given here, police people we have given here, like that. Because of special occasions, if arises, if from Andhra state or Alchima region, the employees are transferred into Telangana, that is fine, that is we agree, Telangana leaders agreed, but it should be given in what? Writing. Writing should be given to what? Telangana Regional Council, and Telangana leaders should get what is that special occasion that you have moved or transferred the people or promoted the people from Andhra to Telangana. Okay, then this was done. E is over D. Now misuse of, in order to protect the misuse of exemption rule, in order to protect Telangana people from the misuse of exemption rule, okay, a copy of writing the reasons of special occasion should also be submitted to what? Central government. This particular thing has come. Okay, misuse of exemption. Misuse of exemption may be possible because of Andhra leadership may give any silly reason and say that this is a special occasion, and they may transfer or recruit the employees in the Telangana region. So that's why, in order to make sure that central government is also having the updates with regard to what is happening in the unified AP, copy of the reasons why, what is the special occasions that you have recruited or transferred or promoted should also be submitted to what? Central government. Okay, fine. So this is all there in the act. Remember this point. Fine. So 1957 Act is having number A, section 3. Remember this point. Then number B gave what? B is localization. C is exemption. HOD secretarial jobs 2/3 rule should be followed. 2/3 rule, like that also you can mention what? You can mention the subheading instead of what? Exemption. So let us make it 2/3 rule. Okay, let us make it 2/3 rule. So if you write this, then we are having direct recruitment transfer, and we also have this E1 is what? Exemption rule. Okay. So what you are going to do here, you have to understand. This is the ninth violation that we have discussed with regard to employment. Okay. So after writing with regard to Article 16.3, then you will talk about Article 80A. Then you will talk about residential eligibility criteria, act you talk about, and when it was assented you talk about in the year 1957. After writing all of it, you have to write salient features of this act. Salient features of this act, like that you have to mention in the mains examination. There you can talk about A. There you can talk about A. So what do we have in A? Okay, there you have to talk about section 3, like that you mention and write about it. Then B, localization, and write about it. Then C, 2 by 3 rule, you can write about it. Then D, exemption rule, you can talk about it. Then E, misuse of exemption, you can talk about it. This is how your mains answer have to be structured. Remember this point, all of these I have explained to the group 2 people. For group 1 people also I have given you how to write things, how to make the question elaborately. Right. Now, these are all happened or not? Yes. These are the important features. Now let us see some important data is there. That data is important for you to understand the violation. So employment exchange, you know that, right? Employment exchange is nothing but we also have in Telangana, the erstwhile BRS government has given a app called as DEET app. So the people who have been graduated, post-graduated, they can fill their forms in the D. Government of Telangana will try to give you what? Try to connect your resume according to your requirements. We will also get interviews from the D tab. According to the employment exchanges, okay, the number of metric pass students in Telangana were 13,396 at the time, which is very, very huge. Okay, then degree pass students in Telangana at that time was 3,179, and engineers in Telangana at that time was 162. Okay, so this all, as we know that these many people are ready to bear the job in our Telangana government, in our unified AP, and these number of people are ready to have take up job in Telangana because they are all Telanganians. Now start the game of violations will start. Okay, game of violations will start now. The first violation was done on the basis of exemption only. Violation on basis of exemption. This is the first point here. Okay, violations on the basis of what? Exemption. Okay. So government of AP at that time appointed non-local, non-locals were appointed in the jobs. When we asked why they were appointed, the government of AP at that time has cited that citing exemptions, exemptions in local quota. Okay, citing exemptions in what? Local quota. So whatever the exemptions were there with regard to local quota, okay, nothing but for lower cadre like clerks, etc. 70% should be given to Telangana, 30% should be given to what? AP. This is what called as local quota. Okay. But what happened? More than 30% has been appointed. More than 30% has been appointed. So what they did is they have taken the reasons of exemption categories and they have appointed more number of AP people in the employment. So non-locals appointed citing exemptions in what? Local quota. And when we started calculating then how many people were appointed on the exemption category, by May 1963, nearly about 1,730 exemptions are given. Nothing but these many people were appointed from Andhra in Telangana region, citing what? Exemptions category. Okay. What reasons they have given? Another reason they have given is, okay, local candidates are not available. This is the very, very paltu, stupid and funniest. You can understand that local candidates not available. This reason was given by the biased Andhra leadership. Okay. And moreover, not only this, if you to see in teachers category, nearly about 2,500, okay, non-local, non-local teachers got recruited. means from Andhra and Rayalaseema in Telangana region, these number of teachers have been recruited. What is the reason? The local candidates are not available. Already just now I have told you that number of people from Telangana region who has passed metric, the Telanganites, the number of Telanganites who has passed degree, the number of PG in Telanganites who has passed. So these way number of Telangana people, students are available to take up the job. But what the government of AP has done, they told that no, we don't find the candidates good for the job. That's why we need to hire from Andhra and Rayalaseema region. So see that this is a violation on the basis of exemption happened very easily. Okay. Now the second one is, see how beautifully I am mentioning the subheadings: violation by spouse case. Spouse case. Nothing but very simply you have to understand in the material you will get the anyhow the paragraphs etc. so and so forth. So Telangana, in Telangana from Andhra Pradesh, a husband will go somehow because of exemptions, because of some other reason. From Andhra, a husband will be appointed in Telangana. Then wife said that no, 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 I want to also go and stay with my husband. So she was also given what employment here. So this is what our local jobs were. This is how they have encouraged our local jobs by citing what spouse case. That is a another violation. The trick of violations I am talking about. Okay. Now on compassionate grounds are nothing but those who have died for the by giving service to the government, whether fighting with the Naxalites or Maoists, etc. So and so forth, on compassionate grounds. Okay, this is what violations on compassionate grounds. Okay, again here also a lot of non-locals were appointed. You might be aware of this fact that in Telangana movement, Shrikant Chari and also a lot of people died, a lot of students died. So government said that in their home, any of the persons will get what group 2 level job. That is called as on compassionate ground. If someone gives their life for the sake of the state of the country, their family person will be given a government job. That is called as compassionate ground. Here also, on the basis of violation, on the basis of compassionate ground, lot of non-locals were appointed. And when Telangana leaders asked that what is the service that they have given, that you are giving for compassionate ground, they have not answered for it. Okay. So lot of some are genuine, but also some are what bocusly given jobs on the basis of what compassionate ground. So just imagine wherever exemptions are there, no, they just utilize the exemption and thrown and taken away all our jobs here. Okay, that is over. And violations on temporary employment. See how beautiful subheadings I am making it. So normally it is very clearly written in the act that in Telangana region, if any employee is sick for 2 years or he is suffering from a deadly disease, etc., so and so forth, for 2 years he cannot come to the job. For 2 years, a temporary employee, contract employee will be signed. Okay, appointed. So here also what happened, any kind of, whenever temporary employment, it is properly written in the act that all temporary employment should be given to the locals, nothing but to the Telanganites. But what they have done, okay, on temporary employments also they have recruited what AP people. And later on all these people has been regularized, means made what? Made the regular job holders. So they will, means for person who has appointed for 2 years will vacate one or the other day, right, after 2 years. But no, when they were regularized, the 2 years of this particular Telangana post will become 60 years unvacant or not. It will not be available for the Telangana. This is what has happened. Violations on, okay, temporary employment also took place. Okay. Now we have now fourth one, now fifth one. Violations citing excess employee. This is also we have to bear the burden. This is also a comedy thing. By citing excess employees. They told that in Andhra, lot of employment is already there. So lot of people are already working here. So how can we have excess people? So waste of no money will be wasted. For every department, 10 people are only required, but 12 people are working. So in Telangana, there is a vacancy is there. These two people should be sent to here or not? Yes. This is what they have done. Violation citing what? Excess employees also. They have cited the reason. And from Andhra, shifted the employees to Telangana. And in both the regions, you did not find any vacant jobs for the Telangana people. All these violations happened. Okay. TRC bought these violations on notice to the government of Telangana at that time, headed by Kasu Brahmanand Reddy. Kasu Brahmanand Reddy, in February 1968, has assured the Telangana Regional Committee that yes, whatever you are saying, the violations, we will send the employee back. He has given this assurance. He has given the assurance. Remember this point here very, very clearly. Okay, fine. So then after that, what happened? 1969, when the Telangana agitation began. 1969 Telangana agitation. Okay, 68 ending Telangana movement began, and 1969 all party meeting was held. All party meeting, nothing but all parties should come together and should discuss the movement, why Telangana people are agitating, what are the, how can we solve, etc. So and so forth. In this meeting also, the government of that time under the Kasu Brahmanand Reddy has accepted that, okay, those appointed in violation, okay, those appointed in violation, that particular violation will be sent back to Andhra people. He has assured this also. He has assured this also. Okay, and he said that on the lines of that, he has also done a good job. The government has released an order called as Geo 36. According to the Geo 36, two important things will come up. Okay, Geo 36, 22,000, 22,000. Remember this point. If you're not able to see, I'm just reading out. Geo 36 was given by the government of AP at the time has issued TRC. I will write here, and issued what? Geo 36. According to this Geo, 22,000 non-locals will be sent back to what? Andhra. It was given to us. Assurance was given to us. Okay. Then what happened? Lot of cases were filed in High Court and Supreme Court. Means those people who are working in Telangana for 10 years, their children are going to the school, etc. All that is there. Now we are trying to send them back. Now we are trying to send them back. No, they approach the court. They approach the court at that time. Okay. So lot of cases were filed against this particular GO. Okay. GO 36. Remember this point. Cases were filed on GO 36 in Supreme Court and High Court. Okay. But after Supreme Court has also given what? 3rd October 1972, Supreme Court has held valid the Mulki rules. Supreme Court also said that no, Mulki rules are anyhow there. You should go back. You should go back. Okay. That's why Supreme Court order came, means that's why GO 36 was abolished. Why? Because Supreme Court itself said that okay, Mulki rules need to be followed. Then there is no need of GO 36. That is anyhow understandable. Okay. Then on the lines of Supreme Court, the central government bought rules and regulation with regard to Mulki and non-Mulki. So Mulki rules has been framed by the central government. And this Mulki rules was assented by the President also on 20th December 1972. Okay. But in this PO, what the Andhra leaders have done, we don't know, because they are having the lot of influence in the central government. They have made a very good kind of bargaining and negotiations with regard to the central leadership. So the PO, the presidential order talks about something which made the Telangana leaders in shock. Okay, we thought that everything is going very well, but when the presidential order came now, we were very shocked. The first thing here is the PO says Mulki rules will be applicable. Okay, only to specific employment. This is what was very much irritating to us. Why specific employment only Mulki rules will be applicable? Every job in Telangana should be applied Mulki rule or not? That is our contention. But this has come as a surprise in the presidential order. Okay, timeline is given. This is very nice for us, for Telangana. Timeline is given. Okay, by December 1977, all the Andhra Pradesh employees should go back to their Andhra state. Okay, for twin cities of Hyderabad and Secunderabad, the deadline to go back was given up to 1980. 1980. Now what happened? These employees got a little bit of time. They submitted bogus certificate with regard to residence and stayed back in Telangana and never went. That is the problem. Third one is recruitment. Recruitment up to 1972 are valid. What else is left? Only nothing else, right? So recruitment up to 1972 is valid. Means from 1956 to 1972, whatever the recruitment happened, that all became valid. It means what? All the employees, here you are saying you should go back, and here you are saying that you all are valid. So you can understand that a good bargaining exchange happened with regard to what the government of Andhra leadership and also what central government. So this is how we have been discriminated. Recruitment up to 1972 are valid, though it is not in lines with, though it is not in lines with Mulki rule. Very, very, very important point. Please remember this. Okay. Now, at the time of merger, here also small discussion is there. At the time of merger, okay, injustice were done. Injustice were done to Telangana employees at the time of merger also. First one, when the merger happened, equal cadre post must be brought under one group or not? Yes. Means their HODs, our HODs, all that should be in one group. Their collectors, our sub collectors, all that should be in one group or not? This should be done, which was not done. Seniority must be decided after such grouping. Okay. After such grouping, which involves number of years of service. Okay. And on the basis of age of the employees. On the basis of age of the employees. Now let us take one example here. Let's suppose in combined AP, they're around from Telangana 10 MROs are there. From Andhra Pradesh also 10 MROs are there, let us suppose. And you can understand that there are 4 posts of sub-collector are there. Sub-collector 4 posts are there. Now, as because the state has been united, so how many MROs should be there? 20 MROs should be there. In this 20 MROs, 4 sub-collector posts are there, no? The one who is about to retire, okay, about to retire should be made sub-collector, and one who has served highest number of service should be made the sub-collector, no? Like this, from the 24 people should be taken out, whether they belong to Telangana or IP, does not matter, right or wrong, yes. But in the higher cadre, anyhow, 1:2 ratio was to be followed. That is anyhow there. But majorly, whenever transfers and whenever promotions happen, this is how they should do. But uniform service list has not been compiled intentionally by the government, AP government at that time. AP government at that time. Okay, remember this point. Fine. This is the biggest scandal, you can say, that was done to Telangana with regard to employment, and they have given lot of promotion to the Andhra people without making a seniority list. Okay. Now there was also vast differences were there with regard to salaries of Telangana and AP employees at the time of merger. Telangana employees used to draw more salary because we are a self-sufficient economic state. AP employees used to have less salaries. So when the merger happened, no, the salaries of Telangana employees decreased. Okay, to make on par with AP, and in some areas the salaries of AP employees increased, and the Telangana employees salary remained like that only. Okay, to make what both are on same level. If Telangana is earning employees earning 10,000, if they are 10,000, if they are earning 8,000, so in order to make all the posts having all the same salaries, they decreased 8,000. So our Telangana employees got discriminated. Whenever here, what happened is, okay, if at all they here in Telangana, if they are having got 10,000 salaries is there, here they are having 8,000, their salaries increased to 10,000, like that they have done. Imagine both are different situation. So in this case, when AP employees got 2,000 extra, but the Telangana employees did not get anything. Here also, in the difference in salaries also, we were discriminated a lot by the biased Andhra leadership. Then regional committee explained these injustices, okay, by writing a letter to the government of AP only, writing a letter to the government of AP on 11th November 1961. Okay, government recognized, yes, yes, Mr. TRC. Okay, we understand that whatever you are saying, that is right. So whatever the apprehensions TRC bought, whatever the data TRC bought in front of the government of AP at the time, all were right recognized. Yes, injustice were there. Okay, on 7th March 1969, TRC wrote another letter explaining the injustice done again. To two times TRC attempted that in employment, lot of deprivations happening to the Telangana. Please do something. Please do something. So the government of AP at that time has only given what lip service. Means మాటల్లో ఏమన్నారంటే ఓకే ఓకే కరెక్ట్ చేద్దాం అని అన్నారు. ఓకే, government of AP has told that TK we will do like that they said, but they never implemented the gentleman's agreement with regard to any of the agreements, even the employment in the true spirit. That has led to the separation of the state. Thank you for watching. I'll come with some more violations.